Hello, welcome and welcome back. Today we are making these tasty and delicious Cajun alligator tacos. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first things first is that I don't have a local alligator shop because I am in Maryland. So I will link you to where I got this from. I had to order it and it came the next day. So I went ahead and cut up my alligator into like these little nuggets. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. So I do apologize about that. But that part is really, really simple. It looks exactly like chicken, but you can feel the difference. I'm going in with some buttermilk and some hot sauce to really give it that Cajun kick. And then I'm going in with these Cajun seasonings that I have listed, of course, and go ahead and just pour that in. And then we're going to give that a good mix. And I let this marinate for like 30 minutes. I wish I had more time, but if you have more time, I definitely suggest it. But I did still get those like really, really spicy flavors. So if you're in a rush like me, go ahead and do that. Mix those seasonings in, and then we're going to get some flour. And I'm going to mix this flour in with some fish fry, actually. You can also make your own fish fry. If you don't have fish fry, you can also just use a little bit of cornstarch to give it just a nice crunch. I'm going to with some seasonings because, come on, y'all. You know we have to season a flour too. So pretty much some of the same seasonings. The only difference was just the chicken bouillon. Go ahead and add in some smoked paprika. Give that some color, and you should see a difference in color on your flour mixture. At this point, your oil should be nice and hot. And then we are going to coat all of our little alligator nuggies in the flour mixture. You don't want to overcrowd this part, so I would just say start with about maybe 6 to 9 pieces and give that a good mix. Make sure the tender is completely covered in the flour mixture, as this is going to give you that nice crunch. And you're going to drop that in your grease, and while that is cooking, we're going to work on our toppings. So I'm using some frozen mangoes that you can get to like make a smoothie with, because again, I'm in Maryland, so sometimes it's hard to get some nice fresh fruit options, and this always gives me a really tasty mango. So I'm cutting up while they're frozen, but they will start to thaw out throughout the process, so it's no biggie about thawing it out beforehand. And while it's frozen, it actually makes it a lot easier to cut. I'm going with some red onion, and we're going to give this a nice good dice, and we're going to just throw that in there as well. You can also change the measurements just based on how much you like in your salsa. And then we are going to cut up some fresh cilantro. I suggest using fresh and not like the dry cilantro. Throw that in there as well. And then we're going to cut up some fresh jalapeños. Heavy on fresh. Do not use the canned jalapeños, please. Cut up those jalapeños. I'm wearing gloves because I had a horror story where the jalapeños burnt my fingers. So using some gloves, throw that in there. Also be sure to change the preference on this. 1 jalapeno gives me like a regular spice, and 2 jalapenos starts to really add the spice to that. So dice those very fine, throw them in there, and then we're gonna slice in half a lime. This part to me is like the best part. It really adds a nice citrus to the salsa. So I definitely don't suggest skipping this. If you have to trade it for a lemon, do that. Add in some salt to taste. This part is definitely up to you, but you will need a good amount to really taste it. And then give that a very good mix. And then you can set that aside, put it in the fridge while we work on our sauce. And the mangoes will start to defrost and add a nice juice to your salsa. While you set that aside, go ahead and work on your sauce. This is going to be some mayo, some jalapeno, garlic, a little bit of salt. You can kind of have fun with this part, honestly. Kind of adding some of your favorite seasonings and some green onion. Whatever you feel, go ahead and mix that until everything is completely combined. That part is very important. I decided to make my tortillas from scratch, which I will make a separate video for. But that is no big deal. You can buy some tortillas. They're also very simple to make, so you can also look that up until I post the video. And I'm gonna set my alligator nuggets on the tortillas. I'm doing about 2 because I'm kind of going for like a street taco vibe. Add in that sauce. Go ahead and throw in your salsa. You can also just sprinkle a little bit of lime juice over the tacos as well to just really bring out those flavors. And that's pretty much it. I think these very simple ingredients are the perfect topping for these tacos. Let me know what you think and what other bizarre animals you would be willing to try.